Gentlemen, first of all, Merry Christmas. Whether you celebrate or not, I hope you're having a fantastic end to your year. This time of year for me is always a period of reflection. Looking back and pausing for a moment to see what happened this year. In what way am I in a different place to what I was this time last year? And what am I thinking about going forward into next year? I'm spending this Christmas with my family in Madrid. It's great to take a few days to regroup and be together again, and just briefly pause on the hamster wheel that is life. With this video, I want to express my gratitude for all of the positive things that have happened this year as a result of you watching this channel and making Gent Z not just a YouTube channel, but also an in-person network, an online community, and a place, a satellite really, around which like-minded men get to gather and meet each other and discover, perhaps like I have done over the last year, that in fact there are many more men than you expected that are interested in the lifestyle that you're interested in. They are interested in being the type of man that you want to be. And personally, I found that incredibly empowering, and I hope you have too. I'm also looking forward to 2025, and in today's video, I want to share with you some of my plans for next year, tell you a bit more about where I'll be taking this channel, and really bring you along for the ride. So I want to start off with some reflections. I began 2024 with just over 2,000 subscribers. And right now we're sitting at just shy of 150,000. So to think that the size and scope of the channel has increased by such an amount in just 1 year, it's honestly completely mind-blowing. And I never would have expected when I began this that would be at this point by now. So each and every one of you has been a brick that's built this house. And we're going to continue building brick by brick next year. But I really want to thank you, whether you've just subscribed yesterday or you've been here since October, November 2023. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for making this dream into a reality for me. Something that's been a real highlight for this year has been the Gent Z events. We've had 4 in Chicago and 1 in London. Those events, I had no idea when I began hosting them whether anybody would turn up. And now it's become what I would say a rather well-established part of what Gent Z is, and it's a rather established part of my mission and my understanding of how I can fulfill that mission and make more people's lives enriched. It was fantastic to end off the year with a Christmas party in Chicago with 25 friends, subscribers. They're all the same to me, really. So if you were there, then thank you for attending. If you weren't able to make it, then thank you for being there in spirit. And I hope we get to meet in 2025. Next year, I will be taking the meetups nationally in New York, LA, and Miami. And there'll be a link down below where you can sign up to receive an update when those events are announced. This year has also been a year where many mentors have entered my life. Mentors that I never could have hoped or even imagined would have been a contact in my phone book, let alone somebody that I can turn to for deep personal and business advice. So I want to thank Antonio Centeno of Real Men, Real Style, Raphael Schneider of the Gentleman's Gazette, and Ash from the Chap's Guide for making this year a truly collaborative and special year. When I began this channel, obviously there was an element of competition. These guys had been doing this for years and I'm the new kid on the block, but I've never felt any pinch of animosity or competitiveness from them. It's been a very wholehearted and generous embrace. And I hope that you will understand what I mean when I say this. Because if there was one word that I would use to describe this year, that word would simply be togetherness. And whether it's been togetherness in person or simply down in the comments section or in one of my school communities, What's been the honor for me of this year and the privilege is just to be able to connect so many men. I've certainly had periods in my life where I felt lonely. I've never felt less lonely and more fulfilled in my entire life than I do right now. And it's thanks to you guys supporting the mission and what I do with this channel. The way that I began this year personally in January, February and March was a very difficult and dark time for me. But the year has really pulled through, and it's ended up being one of the greatest years of my life so far. And I'm extremely excited to see what 2025 brings. If things continue on this current trajectory, I'll be very satisfied with that, but who knows what lies around the corner. And I hope that some unexpected, fortunate twists happen to make 2025 the greatest year ever. Next year, I plan to continue expanding my mission, expanding the scope of what I discuss on these YouTube videos. And initially I began always just talking about style, then it expanded into dating, etiquette. Now we're embracing topics like philosophy, psychology, human nature. I want this channel to be a resource for a man who considers himself to be somewhat of a Renaissance man, a universal man, somebody who is interested in many different fields. All with the aim, though, to become a better version of himself. And I promise to you that I will keep growing personally. I will continue to expand my knowledge and gain as many new experiences as I can so that I can bring my teachings to you. As part of this, I am bringing back the Gent Z podcast. I've recorded about 5 or 6 new episodes already with some great guests like Alpha M, Aaron Marino, and Dr. Robert Glover. So I look forward to releasing those very soon. And with these in-depth conversations with experts in their field, I'm able to bring you a perspective and experiences that I simply don't have. But Gent Z has never really been about me. I've never even told you my last name. It's really about this idea of a gentleman that we can all aspire to. So however you are spending or celebrating today, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic end to 2024. I'm deeply excited to see what 2025 brings, and I hope that we can celebrate in all of the fortunes that are to come together. Thank you for watching.